Hi, this is Rebecca at the Dreaming Tree Artist Retreat, and this is a flip book that I have made using the challenge from 49 Dragonflies, the December challenge. And what I like about it too is I added these metal corners on here, and that's on the backboard. And the gauze that I spray stained with walnut and the silk straps. Now this was an experiment that I wasn't real happy with, but I ended up loving it. I wanted to use crossword puzzles from a magazine, the newspaper, and so I did the faux rice paper technique where you're using tissue paper, layers of tissue paper, and Elmer's glue, 2/3 Elmer's glue and 1/3 water. And you use this really moppy brush to spread the glue on each layer. And this one I wanted to use this twine from the farm and the crossword puzzle paper from the newspaper. And it turned out really coarse and rugged. I liked the texture of it. I thought I was going to use it for a cover, but not in this way. That's the other half. Is here before I sprayed it. So I did spray oxide on it in Vintage Photo, and I think this was weathered wood. So anyway, this is my experiment cover, and now I really like it a lot, the texture of it. So the book flips open. I've used a lot of envelopes. We covered them in my paper that's been coffee stained or stenciled on, cut out lace on. And then on the inside of this, I put one of my watercolor drawings. And so you can see it through the window. I like that. Then this page is Mamagami paper. It's brown paper bag, and it was gel printed with just a light colored cream color. And then you do the Mamagami process, which is wadding up the brown paper bag, grocery sack, until it's really soft. You have coconut oil in your hands, and gradually the coconut oil soaks into it, makes it tender, and then it's really soft like fabrics, and it makes a wonderful paper to play with. This was eco-dyed leaves from my 400-year-old tree, Chinkapin oak, and after I let it cook and sit into the bath for 24 hours, I laid it all out on my deck, a huge stack of it, and left the leaves on and let it dry partially, and then came back and sprayed coffee on it so the coffee splattered across, and let that dry, then pulled all the leaves off. And this is what you end up with, the eco dye. This is the back side of it. This might have had some nails in it too to give a rust color. And this one is rust dyed, and there was a plastic table mat there and bubble wrap in here that I stenciled on it. This challenge is also to use up stuff that you've been saving and hoarding, or favorite stuff that you just don't want to part with. Well, I have a bunch of washi tape that I don't really like because it doesn't stick, which is evidently the point of it, but what's the point of putting tape on if it's not going to stay on? So you glue it all. So I used it for hinges, and I've been using up some of it. So this page was a blue colored paper to begin with, and I coffee dyed it. And then out of cardstock type paper, I cut the lace along the edge and put spray oxide on it to match this. And inside the envelope, I have a picture. That's like a Zentangle, and it's a gel print scrap and then I drew on it and added words. Inside the envelope, you can see the windows behind. Recycled envelope. And again, hinged with washi tape. And here's some more washi tape. This is a coffee dyed, well, not really dyed, lace with coffee sprayed on it. This is vintage paper from 1889. A music sheet, and this is a paper clip. I've covered the paper clip so it can hold place in a book. Let's see if I can get it back on there. And to the top of the paper clip, I added a dangle. Again, washi tape here. And the rest of that sheet of paper, it's a bank ledger from 1889, 82. And then in the center is another manila folder, which I need to put some paper on the back of this. I forgot about it, to make it a writing space. But it is oxide sprayed. This is oxide spray. And cut a window out and put plastic, and there is the pressed flower. So the challenge for this time, the 19th, was flip out and pressed flower gone wild. I don't know about the gone wild part, but there is the wild part of the flip book. So each corner has the metal hinges on the corners. It just flips back and forth like that. That's rubber stamps on there, and I did some sewing on them. And that is my flip book. I'd like to make a few more of these, maybe a little bit simpler, but with really pretty papers. And the back is a doily laid down on copy paper, and then sprayed with instant coffee, as dark as you want it. You can make it light color or add more instant coffee and make it darker. And then when I lifted the doily off, I spread it across. I lifted like this side and then pulled this across so it would drag the design on there. And then I have the walnut stained gauze on the side. So that's my challenge that I got done.